Today we are taking a look at the all-new Ray34 from Sterling by Musicman. Now the Ray34 model is not new, it's existed for many years, but they made some changes and improvements to it in 2019. The biggest one being that they now come with a roasted maple neck, which is a really nice premium feature that you typically don't find in basses of this price range. And this is the poplar burl finish. Also comes in many other finishes. Some of the finishes come with a maple fretboard, if that's your thing. This one has a rosewood fretboard. And the other big change that they made this year is that they now make the HH model, which is the Stingray model with 2 pickups on it. This is brand new for Sterling by Musicman. They never made this model before. And that is available in Stealth Black, which is what I have here, and also in a beautiful pearl white finish with a maple fingerboard. As far as the build quality on these basses is really fantastic. It feels very premium. It's not a light bass, but it's also not too heavy. It's a pretty good weight to it, and it feels really nice. I mean, if you didn't look at the headstock, you didn't know what this was, you'd guess that this is a much more expensive bass than it actually is. It really feels great, plays great, and that's a big thing with more affordable basses, is a lot of times they'll sound great, but they don't feel that great. And that's a very important element, because if the neck doesn't feel great, if the body doesn't feel great, then that's gonna affect your playing. It's gonna affect how much you enjoy playing the instrument. So you see a lot of these videos on YouTube where they do these blind comparisons between like a $500 bass and a $5,000 bass. And a lot of times they sound pretty close, and the cheaper bass sounds just as good as the most expensive bass. But what they don't take into consideration is the feel of the bass. That's really important. And Sterling by Musicman really nailed it with this one. This roasted maple neck just feels incredible. These basses are made in Indonesia, so that's why they're a little bit more affordable. They're not made in the USA, but they've really come a long way. I mean, it feels great, plays great. As far as the electronics, we've got a 3-band EQ, which I love. So we have bass, mid, treble, and then we have a 9-volt preamp with a 9-volt battery in the back here. And you also have the option, like I said, of the single pickup or the dual pickup. Now I am gonna make a follow-up video comparing the single pickup version with the dual pickup version, because I know that a lot of people that wanna get these basses are always wondering, which one should I get? Do I get the one with the single pickup, with the dual pickup? So I'm gonna make a follow-up video kind of talking about the pros and cons of each one and comparing the sounds of each one, so that it can hopefully help you make a decision on which one you should get. So look out for that video. That one is coming up next. And right now, let's plug this in, do a little bit of playing, and see how it sounds. So let's start out with some fingerstyle. I'm gonna keep the EQ completely flat, so everything right down the middle. Let's see how that sounds. And now let's play around with the EQ, playing that same line, and get an idea for how that sounds. So I'm gonna boost and cut each different band individually. We'll start out with the bass, so we'll boost the bass all the way. So let's try that on the dual pickup version and see how that sounds with all the different pickup configurations that we have here. So I'm going to start with everything flat in the EQ, and the pickup position, just the bridge pickup right here, which is the position all the way on the right here. Now we're going to go back one, which uses the split coil in each pickup. Now we'll go back one more, and it's going to be both pickups full on. Let's try the next position. And now the neck pickup soloed. All right, so that gives you a better idea of what you're getting with the dual pickup and all the different configurations you have with that. And now let's try some slap on it, see how that sounds. So I have everything flat once again. Now obviously slap is where this thing really shines. It is a Stingray after all. And let's try to shape some slap sounds on this. So I'm going to cut the mids a little bit, boost the bass, not all the way, about like halfway. Let's see what that sounds like. And now let's try it cutting the treble all the way. Let's see what that does. So as you can see, a wide range of sounds that you can really shape with a 3-band EQ. I love the 3-band EQ. I love being able to control those mids. Really gives you a lot of control over the sound, especially for slap. Sometimes if you want to scoop the mids, you can do that with this. So before we move on, let's do a little bit of slap on the dual pickup version as well, starting with the bridge pickup, and then we'll just work our way backwards on the pickup selector right here. So that is slap in all the different pickup positions. The bridge pickup is definitely still my favorite for slap, but hopefully that gives you a good idea of the tonal possibilities you have with this bass versus just a single pickup one. So now let's try some pick playing on this bass and see how it does. We'll start with everything flat right in the middle here. And here we go. And now let's boost the bass on that. And now let's boost the mids. And now let's cut the treble. And now let's switch to the dual pickup version and try a different style of pick playing. So playing with a pick on the dual pickup version now, we're going to start with the bridge pickup soloed. Now let's go to the next position here. Now the middle position, which is both pickups full on. Go back one. Now let's go to the last position, which is the neck pickup soloed. So that is pick playing with all the different pickup configurations and the dual pickup one. And I feel like that's one of the areas where this bass really shines, is pick playing, rock playing. This pickup really offers some cool tones for that kind of playing. And for slap and all that stuff, like I said, I do prefer the bridge pickup soloed, but I like adding this pickup when I'm doing more rock playing. And now let's try something completely different. Let's try some tapping and see how it does. So I'm back on the bridge pickup soloed. It's a really good tapping sound out of this bass. Like I said, the neck on this bass just feels incredible. It feels really nice, that roasted maple neck, and it's amazing for tapping. Harmonics ring out really well on it too. Chord playing sounds really good on it as well. Now let's try a solo arrangement on this bass, see how it does. So that is the all-new Ray34 from Sterling by Musicman, featuring a brand new roasted maple neck. The dual pickup configuration now available as well, the HH. So hope you guys enjoyed that review. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer it. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.